Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu and good morning to everyone from Malaysia. Am I audible? Someone can write in the chat box, please. All right, thank you very much. Once again, good morning from Malaysia. I am Dr. Harun Rashid, the country representative of IEEE Power and Energy Society Day 2020 in Malaysia. Also, I am the Students and Young Professionals Activities Chair at PES Malaysia. So, welcome to IEEE PES Day 2020 webinar series. Some of you are joining once again to us. Thank you very much for coming back to IEEE PES Day 2020 webinar series. Today, with a global audience, not only from Malaysia, coming from different time zones, some are coming from east, some are coming from west. Thank you very much to everyone for joining this webinar where your time zone is really clashing with us. Some of you are in very early morning. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to IEEE PES Day webinar once again. Before we proceed further, I would like to make some housekeeping announcement. Please keep your microphone on mute unless otherwise you are asked by the speaker or by the host to unmute, or if you really have to speak anything. If your internet connection is low, please keep the video as well off. But we don't mind if you keep your video on. All right, so today we have a very interesting webinar. Before I proceed with that, I would just like to give a little bit introduction what basically IEEE Power and Energy Day is. So basically, IEEE PES Day 2020 PES Day is celebrated in regards to the IEEE Power and Energy Society. Usually, it is celebrated every year on 22nd April, but this year, due to COVID-19, the top management decided not to go with any kind of celebration. Instead, we decided to come up with educational and technical webinars. So, to keep our young professionals, women in engineering, and other volunteers active, we come up this year with these activities, and this is one of the initiative out of it. So, basically, our purpose is to contribute to the future by working on the theme more power to the future with affordable and clean energy. So since we cannot go for celebration, we are celebrating in the way of learning and teaching. So before I proceed further with the introduction of our speaker today, let me just mention here IEEE PEST 2020 webinar series. Today's webinar series is basically in conjunction with PEST Day and University Technologi MARA, in short UITM, is the main organizer of this activity together with IEEE UiTM Student Branch and IEEE Power and Energy Society Malaysia Chapter. So today, after me, you will hear the voice of the moderator, who is a student at UITM Student Branch. His name is Ahmad Adli Zakaria. So he will moderate this session after me. Now let me allow me introduce our today's speaker. Today we have a very well-known speaker, not only in Malaysia, all around the globe in IEEE, as well as the people who are not even from IEEE, they know her very well. So I welcome Professor Aya Dr. Zuhaina Binti Zakaria. Prof. Zuhaina, are you there? I can see your face.
Yes, I'm here, Harun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Zuhaina, for being with us so early in the morning and sparing your time. So today's talk is a leadership talk, and the title is How Emotional Intelligence Can Make You a Better Leader. So now I would like to hand over to Ahmad Adli Zakaria, the student at UITM. So he will moderate the session from now onward. Thank you very much, and over to you, Ahmad Adli.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Assalamualaikum and very good morning from Malaysia. Okay, I am Ahmad Adli Zakaria from IEEE Student Branch ITM. And today I will be your moderator for this program talk. It is IEEE leadership talk for emotional how em, uh, how emotional intelligence can make you a better leader. Before I continue, I would like to give a little brief about UiTM. Dr. Harun, can I share the slide?
Just give me a moment. I allow you to share the slides.
Okay, thank you.
You may proceed now.
Okay, UiTM stands for Universiti Teknologi MARA. It is difference between UTM. UTM is for University Teknologi Malaysia. So we are from Faculty of Electrical Engineering, UiTM. So as you can see in the picture, that is our dean, Prof. Madya, IR Technologist, Dr. Juliana Johari. So as you can see in the slide, there is our website of Faculty of Electrical Engineering. The tower, our complex of engineering, it has two tower, and we are at the tower 2. Okay, this is our location of Faculty of Electrical Engineering alongside with the address. Okay, and our location of our university is located in Malaysia, southeast, as in the map. And IEEE UiTM Student Branch are located in Malaysia at the region 10. And as you can see in the slide, there is from a lot of student branch in Malaysia. And this is our counselor of IEEE UiTM Student Branch, Associate Prof. IR Dr. Noor Ashida Salim and Technologist Dr. Sahila Subahir. Okay, this is our organization chart. And this is our organization chart for our EXCO. Okay, IEEE Student Branch on UiTM are focusing on academic, humanitarian, entrepreneurship, and social. So this is our past activity during 2019 and some of the pictures. And this is our activities for April 2020 alongside with IEEE PES Day. So this is our Facebook, as you can see. You can go to IEEE UiTM Student Branch Official. Alongside with the Instagram, alias IEEE UiTM SB. And this is our social media, as you can see. That's all for me. Okay. Before I handle the session to our speaker, I would like to give a little bit brief on introduce her a little bit. She is Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria. She has joined IEEE since 1999 and was elevated to senior member in 2013. She is experienced and committed member of IEEE Malaysia section and was the chair of IEEE section from 2015 and 2016. Okay, she was also the founder of IEEE Malaysia section women in Engineering Affinity Group, which is formed in 2007. She is also an active volunteer in IEEE Power and Energy Society Malaysia Chapter and was the chair of IEEE PES from 2015 to 2016. She has also been appointed as the chapter representative for Region 10 for PES since 2015, which require her to monitor to the running of PES chapter in the Southeast Asia. On international level, Dr. Zuhaina was appointed by Region 10 Director as Region 10 Educational Activities Coordinator for 2017 and 2000 until 2018. She is also a committee member for MGA Geo Unit Operations Support Committee since 2018, and recently in January 2020, she was appointed as a member IEEE Admission and Advancement Committee and IEEE PES Long Planning Committee. Before I pass to Dr. Zuhaina, I would like to remind all the participants to mute the speaker. If there any question, you may use the chat box below, and if if you don't mind, you can also unmute and give the question to our speaker. Without further ado, I pass the session to Dr. Zuhaina.
Okay, thank you, Adli. Ahmad Adli Zakaria, you were my little brother, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hello everyone. Let me share my slide first. Okay, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the joint organizers for this event, IEEE PES Malaysia Chapter, IEEE UiTM Student Branch, and also IEEE UiTM PES Student Branch Chapter. Okay. Just a disclaimer. I'm not an expert in this subject because my degree is in electrical engineering. Okay? But I'm so fortunate that I have some experiences from the position that I held either in IEEE or in the university. So I just would like to share some of the information or tips on emotional intelligence, and I really hope that this sharing session will be beneficial to everyone. Okay. Okay. Let me see how this is going to be. Okay. Now, as Dr. Harun mentioned just now, there are audience from all over Malaysia and also Southeast Asia and also I think other parts of the world. So I would like to post a one poll here just to get some overview on where your locations are. Okay, I will share a poll. Let me put up the poll if I can. Let me see. Okay. It's very different addressing audience through webinar. Okay. Okay, I just want to know where are you from? I will post up these questions shortly. Okay. Right. Can you see this? Can you see the poll?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can you quickly answer the poll? Just want to see the logistic of everybody. Okay, I should have 60 respondents. from here. Okay, another 17 have not answered yet. If you joining from YouTube, you may not able to see the poll. Okay. All right. I think I can close the poll in like 30 seconds. Okay, I'll close the poll. So, and I will share with everyone. You can see the results. Can you see the results? It looks like I think majority are from Asia. Okay, from Asia, but I think some of you may be from Thailand. I can see Dr. Mai from IGAT, and we have participant from India, I think, from Bangladesh. So, very good morning to those who are in morning here now. Okay, but I think if you're from Australia, so maybe it's in the afternoon already. Okay, so let's move on. I think just now Adli has shown the picture of our university. So I'm a faculty member of Universiti Teknologi MARA at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering. And for those who do not know me, I'm based in Shah Alam, Selangor, Malaysia. So this is a very pretty mosque in Shah Alam. And just a little bit, I think just now Adli has shared about our university, but I mean our faculty. But just to give some overview on our university, okay, we are the largest university in Malaysia. We have branch campus in at least one branch campus in each state of Malaysia. Okay, and the total campus are 35. Our graduate is more than 800,000. Our enrollment now is more than 180,000, and staff, both admin and also academic staff, are about 17,000. So we are the largest university in Malaysia. Okay. Right. Now, some disclaimer. Okay. When I prepared this presentation, some of the materials are from publication or from trainings that produced by various experts, which I duly cited. However, in the event of the material which I cannot find the original author, the material was included under fair use regulation. Okay. Okay. Now, the title of the talk is how emotional intelligence can make you a better leader. So before we proceed further, let's look at the term leader. Okay, this is a famous saying by John C. Maxwell. He's a leadership guru who has written many books primarily on leadership. And he said that everyone is a leader because everyone influences someone. Okay, meaning that the one who influences someone or influences others is a leader, and the one who makes difference to others is a leader. That means every one of us now here is a leader. Okay, we can be a leader. And then there's also another quote from Robin S. Sharma. He's also a very famous leadership expert. He said that leadership is not about title or designation, is about impact, influence, and also inspiration. So, meaning that we have seen influences came up twice already. Okay, so meaning that everyone should see themselves as a leader. Okay, um, leadership doesn't mean that you have to have some power or you need like to you try to change the world. Okay, but it involves simple activities, simple daily activities at home. Okay, if you are a student, you might be a leader in your own capacity. Okay, if you parents, you are leader in the family, your husband, wife, or colleagues. Or if you're helping a friend, that means you're making a difference to others. So you are a leader at that point of time. Okay. And then there's another quote that I would like to share. This is from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Every one of you is a shepherd and is responsible for his flock. So again here, this is a famous hadith that shows responsibility on the shoulder of every one of us. Okay, whether we are parents, we are students, or we are working professionals, we have our own responsibility. Responsibility on our action to ourselves and also to people surrounding us. So with that, if everyone is a leader, that means we have to try or we have to strive to be a good leader, okay? To be a better leader and to be the best leader and ultimately to be an effective leader. Because if we learn on how to be a good leader, then this can give a great impact to your team, your organization, and also yourself. Okay, so in order for you to be an effective leader, you should understand your own motivation, your strength, and also your weaknesses. So this is very important because you need to work on your weaknesses and also enhance your strength. Okay, moving on. Now let's consider these situations. Okay. Now we have two situations here. Situation one, a leader that shouts and criticizes his or her team when under stress, or a leader that is in control and calmly assess the situation. So who do you think that would more likely to succeed? Maybe you can quickly type on the chat box. Situation one or two? Which one do you think? Okay, I can see here some responses. Okay, good. So I think majority of you agree that situation two clearly shows an effective leader. Okay, compared to situation one. Because why? Because clearly, leaders in situation two use emotional intelligence. Okay, use emotions to the in a better way. Anybody of you say situation one? No? Okay, good. So, what is this emotional intelligence? We know about IQ. Okay, everybody knows about IQ. IQ stands for intelligent quotient that measure a person's intelligence level. If you have IQ about 140, you are considered as a high IQ, intelligent person. If you have more than 160, you are a genius, right? So on the other hand, there's also another index called emotional quotient index. We can call it EI or EQ. Okay? So in my presentation, I will use both terms, EQ or EI. So this EQ refers to a person's ability to understand his or her emotion along with other person's emotion. That means you'll be able to understand your own emotion and also what are the impact of your emotion to you yourself and also to other people surrounding you. Okay. So why does emotion very important? Every day we deal with emotion. Okay. We might be happy today, we might be sad tomorrow, or on the same day we have several emotions, okay, joyful, confident, and so on. So why does these emotions really important? Because these emotion influence and also change the way you think and you perform. Okay, because as another quote say here, what happens to you, okay, life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. Okay, this is from Charles Swindoll, another famous educator. Okay, it says that no matter what happened to you, either good or bad, but it's not important the thing that happened to you, but how you react to it. Okay, so that's why emotions very important, because if you fail to control your emotion, you might be react wrongly. Okay, when something happens to you, the only thing that you can do is that either you accept it or you resent it. That means you are in charge of your own attitudes. Okay, so that is why emotion is very important in your life, and emotional intelligence will make you a better person. Okay, now let's look at the history of EQ. It's all started in 1930s from one article by an author named E.L. Thorndike. He's actually a psychologist from Columbia University, and he coins the term social intelligence. Social intelligence means the ability to interact with other people. And then there are some other researches going on, but it's not until 1990s when it is really becomes very popular. Okay? In 1990, there's another psychologist define the terms emotional intelligence, and then it becomes popular when Daniel Goleman starts emotional intelligence explosion from his books. Okay, you can see the picture of the book there. It's titled "What It Can Matter More Than IQ," emotional intelligence. So this is when it becomes very widely used. If you Google Daniel Goleman, you can see many reference to him as the one that starts emotional intelligence. So the key component of EQ, as stated by Daniel Goleman, there are 5 of them. It starts with self-awareness, and then self-regulation, motivation, and then also social skills and empathy. So we will look at the definition of each of these components in the next slide. For self-awareness, this is actually the ability to recognize and also understand your moods, emotion, and drive, as well as their effect on the others. So self-awareness is one of the most important skill for success. Okay, because those who have these skills is said to be more confident, and he or she can really self-assess themselves. They know what are their weaknesses, they know what are their strengths, and if there are some shortcoming, they can point out in a good sense of humor. Okay, if this person make mistake, it is they can accept whatever mistake that they are doing. So this is a very important skills. Okay, self-awareness. Then the next one we have self-regulation. So this is also within yourself, okay, within ourselves. This is the ability to control or redirect disruptive impulses and moods, because the skill is the ability to think before you act. Okay, because whatever your act will impact other people. So if you can control, or if you can check first, is that a good action that I want to make? Okay, then you will be better control of your emotion. So this kind of skill will promote trustworthiness and also integrity, and also openness to change. And then we have self-motivation. This is when we have a passion to work for reasons that go beyond money, okay, or status. Okay? I'm sure that some of us here, or maybe most of us here now, IEEE volunteers. Okay? As an IEEE volunteer, there's no financial benefit, okay, or power or things like that. But because of your passion to work with IEEE, you do all the things. Okay, so you pursue your goals with energy and also persistence. So this kind of skills is a strong drive to achieve success, and also you can be you are very optimistic, okay? Even though in the face of failure. And then the fourth components are empathy. Empathy is when you try to see things from other person's view. Okay, you are able to understand the emotional of other people, and also you'll be able to treat people according to their emotional reactions. Or to put it in a simple way, that you are able to put yourself in other person's shoes. It's either your colleague, your boss, okay, your family, and so on. So, because sometimes we only see from our view, but how it is if we can understand it from other perspective. So empathy also is very important to increase your emotional intelligence. And the final key components are social skills. So this is when you manage your relationship with other people, and also you build networking, and build rapport with the community, with your colleague, your friends. So this skill will assist you in effectively leading changes in your organization, and you'll be able to resolve conflict, and you will have expert in building and also leading others. So if we summarize these key components, we can see that there are two categories. Okay, one is personal skills. That means how we manage ourselves. This is from the component self-awareness, self-regulation, and also motivation. And the other category is how you handle relationship with others. Okay? When you have empathy, that means you understand others. Social skills, you have influence to others, you have better communication, and also collaboration and cooperation. So these are 5 key components of EQ that we can categorize into personal skills and also social skills. So there are many actually signs of high EQ. I just list 12 here. Okay. How do you know that the person or you yourself, okay, have high EQ? Okay. One is you think about feelings. Okay, meaning that you can recognize your own feelings, and also you can recognize the impact of the feelings to you and to people around you. Okay. The second one is you pause. You remember self-regulation just now? Means you pause and you think before you act. Okay. Because whatever your action or what your words will impact others. So if you want to say something or you do something, maybe you can ask 3 questions. Okay. The one is, do you have to say it now? Okay, or do you have to say it now by you? Okay, or you can just let it go. Okay, so if it is if his answer yes for this, that means that is the right time that you need to, maybe you need to give some advice or warning, then let be. But if you think that it is not a right time, whatever your words can give negative impact to people, then you stop. Okay, so the ability to self-control is very important. This is also related to number 3. You strive to control your thoughts. Okay, so this is again by um, by doing this, you're not a slave to your emotions. Okay, but you can I mean live harmony your emotion with your goals and also your values. And number 4, you benefit from criticism. Okay, if you receive negative criticism, you use it to check yourself and to ask how you can improve things, how to become better. And then you show authenticity. Okay, meaning that you walk the talk. Okay, you mean what you say and also you say what you mean, right? And sticking to your values and also your principles. And 6, again, we can see here, you demonstrate empathy. Empathy is one of the key components just now. Empathy means that you includes understanding other people's feelings. You help connect with others instead of judging them. Okay, also labeling. You work hard to see things differently from their view. And 7, you praise others. You know, human being like to be appreciated, like to receive compliments. So if you do this, you have initiate the trust, okay, in the process. And number 8, you give helpful feedback. Okay, so we reframe the negative feedback into as constructive feedback, so that the recipient of this feedback will see that as helpful to them, not harmful to them. And number 9, you apologize. Okay, most of the time it doesn't mean that we are wrong, okay, but it means that we value the relationship more than our ego. Number 10, you forgive and forget. So meaning that you prevent your emotions. You prevent from holding your emotions, and that will help you to move on and move forward. 11, you keep your commitments. So if you have a habit that keep to your promises, okay, you build reputation of reliability and also trustworthiness. And finally, you help others. Okay, there's no better way to positively impact other people other than to help them. Okay, so that are signs of high EQ. Again, there's also sign of low EQ or low emotional intelligence. If you Google this, you can see many of these qualities. I mean, not qualities, many of the signs, but I just put 4 here. One is being argumentative, okay, not listening, okay, because if we want to start relationship, or to maintain a good networking with other people, we have to practice active listening, okay, blaming others, and also emotional outbursts. So if you have this, maybe you have to work on it, on how to reduce these attributes. So with emotional intelligence, a leader is able to continuously monitor their own emotions and at the same time monitor others' emotion, and this will encourage positive change in the organization. So the purpose of this is solely to enhance organization performance. When I talk about organizations, it's organization on I mean in your own capacity. Maybe your company, your societies, your family, and so on. So now we have looked at the key component of EQ and what they can do to people, to leaders. So let's assess your EQ. Okay. So I hope Adli can type the link to the chat box. Okay, or maybe you can also take this URL. Okay, if you go to this link, okay, if you go to this link, you will see this page. Okay, how emotionally intelligent are you? There are 10 questions. Okay, there are 10 questions. You scroll down, you can see 10 questions. Answer all 10 questions, and after you complete the final question, the 10 question, your result will appear there. Okay, so maybe we can have 2-3 minutes to do this. Maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Let's see. It's not a very difficult question, but you have to answer honestly. Already got your results? Anyone would like to share your results? Actually, there are a lot of tests that you can use to check your EQ. Either a free free test or a paid one. Some of them have many questions, like 40 questions. This is just a very simple quick test that you can use to gauge yourself. So you may have results like either you are high emotional intelligence or you are average, you have average emotional intelligence. Wow. Okay. We have one here. Ahmad Adli, high emotional intelligence. Very good. Okay. So you don't need to listen to this seminar. Okay. So no matter what is your score, okay, we can always improve because EQ is not like IQ. Okay. IQ, as you age, maybe you cannot improve. If you if you sit for Mensa test, if your IQ is 120, then it remain 120, or maybe it just increase a bit. You cannot be genius. But EQ is something that you can develop, and there's a research saying that as you age, your emotional intelligence will be higher. Okay. So if you look at the results, you see what are the areas that you are not strong. Okay, and find a way of how you can improve. Okay, what are things that you need to learn, okay, and improve on. But if you have many strong points, okay, so use that. Okay, find a way on how to continue to develop your high strong points and also to apply. Okay, when should you apply? Okay, the skills. So use that. So that would be beneficial to in your success career. So I think everyone has complete this. Okay, so I can move on to the next slide. Okay. So how to raise your emotional IQ or EQ? There are many techniques actually. If you Google, you can see that some of the techniques involve breathing exercise, um, or physical exercise. Okay, but most of the thing that you can use here is stay calm, stay calm under pressure, especially now during this pandemic where we have to stay at home. So you need to stay calm. Don't react defensively to criticism. Remember that criticism is something that we can use to improve ourselves. So we have to assess when we receive criticism, and don't jump to conclusions because you need to be able to listen. Okay, listen. You need to be able to assess the situation before you can jump into conclusion. And remember empathy, meaning that see things from another's perspective, willing to admit their mistakes, and also improve your communication skills. Okay? Communication skills are very important. You need to be able to portray or communicate with people, and also this is a two-way communication strategies. Okay? You also need to listen. When you relate to other people. So if you have both, okay, IQ and EQ, Daniel Goleman said that IQ will get you hired, but EQ will get you promoted. Okay, especially student, you might have high CGPA, 4 flat, but you need also to work on your EQ. Okay? Initially, when you apply for job, maybe the employer will look at your academic, your IQ. But once you start working, they will assess on your EQ. So if you have a high EQ, there's a high possibility that you will be, promoted, or also, or you may have, you will be given opportunities to get higher in your. So meaning that with both IQ and EQ, that would be equal to success. So that means we do not only want a high IQ, but we also need to enhance our EQ skills. Okay, So before I end, okay, let me see. I think um, okay, I would like you to just quickly type on the chat box. What is your main takeaway from this seminar? From whatever you have listened to me, what will be your main action? Okay, Dr. Mai, what is your main action? Okay, Hussein, all right, improve your emotional intelligence, very good. So next time when you do the test again, you can have high EQ. Okay, no Fazila, try not to get emotional. All right, very good. Keep it coming. Okay, Bibi, reflect on how I should handle problem. Right, that's good. Okay. Right. So,
I think
yeah, this is not just putting on the chat box. Okay, I hope that you take this. Okay, and try to implement it. Okay, so this can be a bit very beneficial to you. All right, so I'm on my last slide now. This is from Jack Ma. Okay, Jack Ma said that to be successful leader, you need emotional quotient to the intelligent quotient, but he added another one, love quotient. So I guess we need to have another session to talk about love quotient. Okay, because I'm so not sure what is love quotient is, but this is from Jack Ma, and you know that he's very successful. So I guess that's all that I can share. Thank you very much. Or if there's any question and answer session.
very much. Zakaria.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Hi. Nice to meet you here. It's very cares presentation.
Thank you. Okay, I pass back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zaina. I believe there is no question or there is any question from the audience.
Can we also ask? Okay, there's question here.
Uh,
Okay, what are your views that in the current day and age, we force persona to progress in their careers? In workplaces, we can also see these people progress faster than those who are more timid. Okay, yeah, because actually, if you look at the iceberg, okay, we can only see the tip of the iceberg, okay, but the rest of that, their intention, okay, the things that we cannot see. So if this happen, it means that the leader also cannot really understand, or the leader also has been what you call blinded by the personality. Okay, I'm sure that yes, they can progress fast, but they won't last long. Okay, perseverance and the true personality will appear sooner or later. Okay. I would like to request if everyone can on your video so we can see who are here today. There are 64 participants. Maybe organizer can take picture or something. I think I stopped sharing my presentation.
Doctor, there is another question. That is from Haiza from the WebEx. How to handle other person EQ that may affect our EQ?
Okay. One way to do this is to be frank. Okay, to be frank. Remember that we said that we have to pose or provide constructive criticism. Okay, it's not that we would like to criticize them, but we would like them to improve. So the way we frame the criticism is in a positive way, so that the person that receive that will see that this is not something negative, but this is something for their own good. Okay, I know it is easier said than done, but this is something that someone have to do it. Okay, or else the person will um, keep on like that. Haiza, I hope you I hope I answer your question, Haiza.
Okay, thank you, Haiza, for the question. Is there another question? Doctor, we have another question.
Okay.
What do you think about power of love and empathy can affect someone's EQ?
Hmm. Um, as we can see that empathy and also love is something that Jack Ma has really introduced, but it is actually in the EQ, okay, in empathy and also social skills, okay, and it's really very powerful, okay, because in this um, time now where you can see social media, this cyberbullying, things like that. So the power of love and also empathy can really affect our EQ. We everybody of us need some empathy. Okay. That is Iqbal. Okay, Iqbal. I answer your question. Okay, Nazhan. How to have a good balance between IQ and EQ? Okay. First of all, you need to know yourself. Okay, like the short test that we take just now, that is one way to know your strength and also your weaknesses. So if you can see what is your weaknesses, for example, maybe you bad temper, for example. So you have to improve on that. Okay, and if you have some other strong skills, maybe you are very good in listening, communication skills. So use that in your whatever whenever you have opportunity. For example, if you have opportunity to talk or to be MC or something, so you show that, yeah, so that people can see that. Uh, so that would be one way to balance your IQ. And IQ is something that you cannot really increase. Okay, the way to do that is by maybe doing some memory techniques and things like that. But EQ is something you can develop over time. Okay, any other question? Um, there's a lot of good takeaway that I see here from the chat box. From Dr. Mai, Dr. Titipon, influence others with inspiring others. That's good, very good. Okay, Adli, anything else?
I think that's all from our session, Doctor. Last question. Is there another question? Last one. If there one.
Okay, I can see everybody now. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening to this webinar. I'm really glad to do this. I hope we can have this kind of session next time. Organizer, you want to take pictures or something that we can post on our social media?
Sure. I would take it.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody smile.
Wait a minute. There is internet connection problem.
There's so many pages, right?
Yes. Too many. The internet cannot support it.
Yeah. That's our limitation. But I can see some familiar names, even though I cannot see your face.
Can you see me?
Who's talking? Is that Jirawadi?
Yes.
Yeah. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Okay, I think with that, I think that's all that I can
Thank
share
you,
today.
Kak
I really
So.
hope
Thanks.
this will give some
Hi.
benefit and also can be used in your future. Thank
Hi.
you.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee
Thank you. Hope to see you again.
Okay.
Virtually or in real.
Right. Okay, Dr. Harun.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Before I pass the session to Dr. Harun, I would like the audience to fill up the Google form, feedback form that I've been post in the chat box. So kindly appreciate your guys' cooperation. And behalf on IEEE Student Branch UiTM, I would like thank you for all the audience to participate this program. Thank you, Prof. Zuhaina, on the sharing. Also, thank you for the ITM, IEEE PES, IEEE PES Day for letting us to organize the program. So that's all. So I pass the session to Dr. Harun. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Adli.
very much, Adli.
And thank you very much
And
to
thank you very much to
Dr. Zuhaina as well
Dr. Zuhaina as well
for giving us a
for giving us
wonderful
a
session.
wonderful session.
Okay,
Okay, so
take home message
take home message for me today for myself is IQ plus EQ.
Both can bring
Both
you the
can bring you the
success.
success.
So if you
So
want to
if
be a
you want to be a
successful leader,
successful leader,
you need to
you need
focus
to
on
focus
both.
on both.
But we need
But
to
we
learn
need to
the
learn
third
the
thing
third thing what
Jack Ma
Jack
has
Ma has
mentioned,
mentioned,
love
love
quotient.
quotient.
So
So
probably we
probably
should
we
hear
should hear
from
from
Prof. Zuhaina
Prof.
soon
Zuhaina
about
soon
this.
about this.
I think I need to meet Jack Ma first.
Yeah, after
Yeah,
the
after
MCO
the
is over
MCO
and
is
things
over
get
and things
settled
get
down.
settled down.
So
So with this
take-home message,
take-home
I will say
message, I
that
will say
we
that
have learned
we
a
have
number
learned
of
a
things
number of
today,
things
and we
today,
have
and we have
also
also
seen from
seen
the
from the
quiz that
quiz
we
that we
have
have
gone
gone
through
through,
that where we
that where
stand,
we stand,
what we need to
what we
develop
need to
in us,
develop in us,
and
and
what are the things that we
what are
have
the
to
things
focus
that we
more
have to
on it.
focus more on it.
With this, I would like to conclude this webinar today. On behalf of IEEE Power and Energy Society Malaysia Chapter, I would like to thank you first of all to Professor Aya, Dr. Zuhaina, Binti, Zakaria for being agreed to be the speaker for today's talk and spend your time early in the morning. And afterwards, I will say thanks to UiTM Student Branch and UiTM for organizing this event. And thank you very much to all the participants coming from east to west. In fact, we have seen one participant from Panama. So now we are really from east to west, which is a really good thing that people are coming to listen and learn the things, taking advantage of lockdown or MCO, wherever, whatever is the situation. So technology is bringing all of us together through this medium. So please don't lose any hope. Inshallah, one day, by God willing, this pandemic will go away. So I will just quote Prof. Zuhaina, stay calm. So with this, stay calm, stay safe, and stay at your home. Just continue learning, and we hope to see you soon in our next webinar. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you to everyone once again. So have a nice day. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Bye everyone. Take care.
Thank you, Doctor. Bye.
Welcome.